Anyone has any public comment tonight? Anybody want to start?
Well, I was going to introduce. What's his name?
Mike.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike's here. He's going to
I'm just recording the meeting for anybody who wants it. You guys can, anybody who wants to hear about what happened tonight can
Okay.
have it.
Sure.
I'll give you a few, so
Thanks, Mike.
not a problem.
What was his name, Mike? What?
Mike,
Forward for the ARD.
any other
I'd
public?
like to say that Rainer Roberts donated a speaker system to the fire department.
Okay.
Rainer Roberts?
Yeah. Deb, let's give him a thank you, and we appreciate it. Thanks, Jen. Any other public comment? Okay. We'll move on to approve the minutes of October 17th meeting.
All right, I've got a couple of little tricky things.
Go
In the secretary's report, Deb, missing receipts for Bakery Rest and Napa. You should probably put out the full name of that.
Oh,
Bakery
that was restaurant?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so they don't think it's restroom. And then the last line of J, Charlie Manson Ray Public Retirement Audit. It says he report, and that's not training. He report ad. That's all I have.
Anything else, Bob, Clint, Lloyd? Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, Bob makes a motion that we approve the minutes for October 17th.
I'll second that.
Second by Clint, all in favor? Approve the warrants.
And I have another nitpicky, Deb, on one U.S. Fire 7055. You've got slid in. I think it should be slide in. That's the school teacher, always a school teacher.
I like it.
That's good, funny. Same, then on with 760, which she already mentioned. Same thing with the
Yeah,
restaurant.
restaurant.
Go ahead, Clint.
Is 7046, are we that far behind in the billing cycle that we're paying September now?
No, it should be October, sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, should be October. I just didn't change it from the previous,
Okay.
sorry.
And then on that 769 Gordon, on yours, where we were, you got the cans and we were reimbursed you. We just want to try to always make sure that, either get one of the cards from us and that.
For what?
Reimbursement for trash cans for EMS biohazards.
Garbage can.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's just something we touch on every year, is that we try not to do the reimbursement. I know when I first come on, Joyce had, done some things in the EMS. And if
I had just been after, that cabinet's been out there for 6 months and got tired of asking Joyce to go do it, so I was there.
No, that's perfect. But we just want best practices is just trying to get something from Charlie, and I are charging it wherever you can.
Thanks for handling it.
Yeah, but appreciate it. Anything else anybody have on there for the warrants? I guess 766, the Les Schwab tires, is that for one of the ones we had on the summer stuff, Charlie?
No.
766, there was 2 tires that are going to be reimbursed to the state. I believe they're going to run about $1,100 or somewhere about that, from what I was quoted.
so this $1,800 bill, is this not,
That'd be the tires for 10, 12.
12. That should be the tires for 10, 12,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's that on the drawing or wherever it's starting.
And it said that on our breakdown.
That's
Okay.
$24. And then we're getting reimbursed for.
Then Tom or Charlie, did we have any for this summer that we need to do too, for the trucks that were out?
Yeah, AJ put them on Saturday,
Yes.
so there's a bill coming for 10/13.
Okay.
It'd be about $1,200 reimbursement for those. I do need all the original receipts from Deborah for all the fuel, truck repairs that were done on the fires.
Okay.
The state wants all the original receipts, so if you can make copies of yours and then get me all the originals, we can turn all that into Benson for.
We just want to make sure any money that we come back, anything that we need to repair, that you guys put out there so we know what comes out first.
Okay.
So,
Did you have specific truck repairs that were for during those fires?
Some used tires
We had
on
some,
10/13, let's go ahead, Charlie,
yeah, we had some used tires from my shop from back in September,
and service call.
and a service call for that. There was, the water pump
On 10/13.
the water pump on 10/13 was turned in,
The diesel engine. Mirror.
and the mirror.
okay. So just so we can run a track, we'll make sure we get that back to you guys for all.
Well, probably mirror, who was that bill through?
The
Or did you
mirror,
guys just
I
pick up the
believe,
parts?
The water pump, I think, came from Napa.
Yeah. And then the mirror came from international.
Yeah.
which would be Western States.
Yeah, Western States International or something.
Do you want me to do those, get those copies to you tonight yet,
It doesn't matter, or next Monday will be fine.
next Monday? Okay.
Okay, anything else on the warrants? Boyd, do you have anything?
No.
Okay. Okay.
A motion to pay the warrants with the corrections that have been mentioned.
I'll check.
Second by Bonnie. All in favor? 5-0. Okay, Secretary's report.
I got a notice from the IRS, we have to sign up for, their automated monthly deposit. It's something that they're requiring all businesses to do that fill out a 941, whether you do it quarterly or yearly. You have to make monthly payments on the payroll taxes that we pay to the IRS. So we just wanted to let you know what I have to do is call up and get a PIN number from their electronic depository department, and then I have to sign up, just go online each month and pay federal taxes that are owed and show the breakdown.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, it's real simple. It's just something that me as a non-signer on the account, you just need to be aware that that is something that they are requiring, and all I have to do is do it once a month.
Okay.
They're requiring all businesses to do that. You do not take, usually if you were a monthly payer or a quarterly payer, you would take it to the bank. They don't allow you to do that anymore. And we wouldn't get any penalties because we have a low enough dollar amount, but they still are requiring us to do it. So I may have to get that set up next week, but I didn't want to do it after I had mentioned it to you.
Okay, is there anything one of the board members need to sign? Or?
There's nothing anybody has to sign. All I have to do is call them, get them to send me a PIN number. It takes about a week to 10 days before you get it in the mail.
Okay.
And then I can sign up and do it. Cameron and I met for a couple hours about a week ago. We went over some things that she's also asked me to make sure and go through the last 2 audits that she did to see if I had noticed anything that maybe I haven't seen and that was taken care of. in the QuickBooks. She will get with me in December with the 2010, 2011 audit that you're having done. She's going to make us a binder. She's going to bring all that paperwork in. We're going to find all the paperwork here that corresponds with any of her findings so that we can put them in the book. We're going to go over the depreciation schedule. And basically, she said we probably need a day to 2 days to do that. Just make sure that she covers all her bases. She wants to have this done prior to the next board meeting, to the December board meeting to report the findings.
Good.
Okay?
So if you need anything from, any of the board members, we need someone to swing down with Tana here, just make sure you call.
Okay.
Or Charlie, if you need anything from Charlie,
Okay.
give him a call.
Also, just would like you to make sure and take a look at the suspended items on your, the QuickBooks transaction details. It's on the last page. There's some things that I have received, like some Napa, Gary Leo, and Stanford Police. I either don't have receipts, so I don't know how to code them, or I have not been given what account needs taken.
Stanford Police doesn't give us a receipt when we go in and we order that stuff.
Who doesn't?
Stanford, Stanford Police.
Right, I gave you a copy of
Yeah.
what I got in the mail.
And I tagged it when it needs to go and put it here in the slot, so.
Okay. Okay. I haven't gotten that yet. Is that for the dress shirt and thing?
Yep,
Where's that supposed to go?
under firefighter PPE.
Underway?
Firefighter PPE.
Okay. But there's still a Napa receipt for $90.34 that, I don't know where that's supposed to go, and Gary and Leo.
What was the date on the NAPA receipt?
Pardon me?
What was the date on the NAPA receipt?
I don't know. Actually, it's September 15th.
Yeah, that was for the 2 air filters out on the fire for engine 1013.
Okay. And Deb, I've taken care
I
of
can get a copy of the receipt. sent
Right,
to us.
I've taken, Charlie and I've talked and looked at some of them, so he'll get them to you.
Okay. Other than that, Dylan Wick was here today wanting to use the fax line out there. It's not set up.
Double fax lines in your office.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay. I didn't know if there was, we didn't know if there was another way to use that one out there. That's all I have.
Okay. Chief's report?
Briefly, I apologize for not being here much in the last month. I've had some family obligations. For upcoming trainings for the district, the smoke trailer from the state will be here in the whole month of December, so we can schedule that. It's a brand new trailer, new props. Firefighter 1 is going to start in February from the Rebellion County Fire Council. The repairs that need to be done on the slip-in unit, I talked to the fire department, or the company that made that. The president of the company wasn't aware that those valves were not rebuilding the valves, and he said he will take care of it. And then the piping, he's not sure, because he never personally looked at it, so I'm going to take some pictures of it and send it to him so,
Okay.
So he can see.
So are we installing it, Charlie, or holding on?
It's probably going to get set up there. We're probably going to do the repairs locally and then bill them for it.
Okay.
So it's going to cost $800 to ship it back there and have it shipped
Right.
this way, and the repairs aren't going to equal
Okay.
even half that, so.
I just didn't want to do something and then have them tell us to send it to them.
Right.
Good.
Where's the factory on it? Where's it coming? Is it Portland?
South of Seattle. Federal Express shipped it here, but they were supposed to have sent us pictures of it before they shipped it, and they said they did, that they sent the pictures, and I didn't see them, so.
It sounds like you're on it and taking care of it, so good.
It should be getting taken care of.
Yep.
Keith and I had talked briefly after the fire season was finished about possibly doing some jackets or some appreciation to the firefighters. I talked to Gordon briefly about a different idea. Instead of doing that, we could fund some additional project ideas, such as the struts that we'd like to get in the fire department shop area for the station out there. You know, some unfunded, unbudgeted items that would give us some extras from the firefighters, you know, versus jackets. We all have jackets. The association just bought jackets here a month ago. So these ideas would, you know, we could go to the association, pull some ideas up. You know, Joyce can get some batteries for her new life packs that she got. You know, so some things that we didn't count on when we did our budget last year that we can afford now. So we can discuss that. If you guys want to think about those ideas, you know, we'll bounce some stuff off you next month. So.
Sounds good. Anything else, Rob?
Bob had brought to my attention today some icy spots out here that need to be addressed. The sand that we have is not sticking to when it's so cold, the sand doesn't stick, so it just runs off and it's still slippery. So Gordon and I are looking into either some salt or some concrete-friendly chemical that we can put out there. So we'll address that in the next couple of days and have some chemical here we can put down hopefully. We'll have to keep it off the new pads out back and just limit it to the sidewalks and possibly when that gutter comes down in the back. So.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. I've had good luck just buying fertilizer, nitrogen fertilizer.
Yeah.
Makes your lawn nice and pretty. And it beats the
Well,
concrete.
the salt will kill, if it's close to grass, it will kill it. I said the salt will kill your grass if it's on it.
Yeah, you need concrete too.
Any of that stuff is twice as hard on your carpet than it is on the concrete, so. I don't know what the best solution is.
We do have to protect the people coming in.
Oh, absolutely, we need to come up with something, we don't want anyone to slip and hurt themselves, but, so, we're on it.
Appreciate it.
We're using kind of a three-quarter minus, you know, like that, seeing a little bit of gravel.
Well, what I've had to do, like at my house, what I use, I get it from Stan Erickson down there, Hendrickson, is his crusher fines, because that's all fractured, and it sticks, there's no rounds in it. That's what we use on our homeowner association on our road, and it's cheap, but.
There is some ice melt out there that's concrete safe, concrete friendly, but it's only good down to 5 degrees or 5 below.
But it's harsh.
But it's
We're on it, we'll
Yeah,
come
we
up
appreciate it.
with something here.
You got anything else, Charlie?
Nope.
Okay. Dave Wick on the agenda for grant update.
Grants are pending. We should, I'm expecting to hear something mid-January, late January.
Good.
Could happen beforehand. Everything's turned in. I'm waiting for you guys on the second item for the what you guys want to do on grant writing.
Okay.
You guys want to support this so I can go to the other districts or go to the fire council?
Have you guys thought about?
Yes, I guess me personally, I'm in support of doing it, and then we may have to not be able to fully fund it until our next fiscal year, but I like the idea.
Yeah, supporting it and getting it out there and seeing where you can go with it. Yep.
So do I got the board's
Blessings, yeah.
blessing to go do this? So if I go and stay at Stevensville, I'll have to represent them, and they're going to ask me if Florence is supporting it. I can say yes.
Would you? Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I think it would be a good idea, but I still have a couple of reservations in my mind that I'm
Thinking about?
thinking about.
Okay. Go ahead, you have it, Dave.
Okay, what do you want to talk to me afterwards? And we can
Yeah.
maybe address some of the reservations.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I'm pretty easy going on all this. It looks like it's a better deal for everybody involved.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Change the role, you should say, departments.
yeah.
Quite a few dollars and also help your project on.
Well, it helped our project, my project, it helps the districts, all the districts.
I think probably the biggest point that Dave's made is, with our blessing, he can go out and go politic to the rest of the fire departments, and if he can get some or all of them, per se, on board, when he starts writing grants, and he can say, this is for Valley County as a whole, and it's not for one individual department trying to benefit 30 people, but he can keep presenting himself as a grant writer for the county as well as individual departments, that it will go a lot further than trying to benefit a few people.
And it
Or
scores
one community as opposed to.
It scores more points on the grant writing too, so if you're representing, as Clint's saying, if you got more people, higher percentage of people that live here involved or represented, the more likely it is that you get funded.
I was talking to Lincoln Benavides with Flathead Valley, or Flathead County DES, and he was telling me this summer that Lincoln County put in for just individual, just some of the fire department put in for communications grant, they were denied. Flathead County put in as a whole for all the fire districts, and they were granted, and they were able to get enough communications equipment to supply every fire district with new equipment for the trucks and the personnel, and build an emergency cache in case something happens, with like 14 radios. And then Lincoln County did the same thing next year, and then they got it. So the numbers do speak a lot. So.
Thanks, Jason. Anything else, Dave?
No, thank you very much.
Okay, I'll go on with the proposal for the table and chair usage that come up.
I didn't keep, I hadn't had
Okay.
time to finish writing that.
I know you'd called me, and I know you'd been busy with family stuff, so. Next
We'll
month.
put that on the next month?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have it for next month. I'll move on to the mill levy. We all know where that's went. You know, I think we did a heck of a good job trying to get it out there. There's things we're learning, I know, from neighbors and friends and everyone that we can, you know, try to do better next time. I'd like to, you know, just lay out there that I'd like to give it another month just to sit and think and see what we really want to do.
It seemed like the main message that people got was that we were building a station on the east side.
Right.
And that wasn't entirely, or at all what our message included.
Right.
So somehow we need to do a better job of actually selling what
Right.
we want to do versus.
And Charlie and I had talked about it, and I think that one of the most important things is the point that, you know, what happens if we, you know, don't continue our SO rating today within the 5 miles of this, you know, fire department, where it will go from there, you know. I mean, we're just trying to maintain, and that's part of the bigger package, trying to maintain what we have today. And then, you know, with some add-ons on things to help the rest of our fire district and to help us with water supply. So I know I talked to some folks, and Charlie had too, on, you know, just that point that, hey, we're just really trying to maintain what we have today and trying to do better to keep our level where we're at today. Go ahead,
I
Gordon.
think maybe educate our neighbors in the community that we really are a water poor district. We think we have all this water. We have the Bitter River right there.
Yeah.
But at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of January,
Right
we don't
now.
have any water.
Right.
We have a fire at Herb's house.
Yeah.
Prior to us putting this in, it was, boy, the 30-minute commute.
Right.
I mean, and I didn't realize that when I joined the department. I was just like everyone else, "Oh, we got water, there's water everywhere."
Well, you drive around and you see these red things sticking
Right.
out of the ground,
But
you get
it-
the conception that
but
we got
it's
water,
not-
well, there's water over there, but
It's not that water.
they're all dry hydrants,
And it would be,
hopefully
you know,
there's water.
it'd be nice to have 20,000 gallons in at the bottom of Sweeney Creek. It'd be nice to have 20,000 gallons sitting at the bottom of 8 Mile.
Right.
It'd be nice to have some just, and I think that's, if we can educate the community, you know, on that. Everybody's got a pond, but
Taking a chainsaw to the top of the pond is.
Right, or how does it put the fire out when the truck slips into the pond? You know, I mean, I really, I think that might be a good portion of our message, is that we really are a water poor. Based on the way the community is set up, we're not a city. We don't, you know, there's not hydrants on every corner.
Then I guess my other thoughts are, we'll think about it until next month, and then we can, I mean, as many firefighters as we can get here, anyone that wants to, you know, have a say in, you know, the direction we need to go.
I
mean, all the
addressed it
input.
at the last association meeting, just to think about it, take a month off, come back with their minds, their ideas.
That's a good move, to take a break from it, put some more head thought into it. The water system is definitely a high priority issue and some stuff like that. And we're not giving up. We're gonna get it achieved to keep this operation going, and that's
Right.
that.
Now, one of my statement to the paper for the Missoula in their valley, to that gal, her comment was, "Are you guys disappointed as a, you know, district that it didn't pass?" I said, "For sure, we're disappointed, but by 86 votes, I honestly thought if it got defeated, it'd be by 300 or 400." And I mean, I'm really proud of the work we did. 86 votes is, boy, you know, 5 of your friends, 5 of my friends, and it adds up. And a little more of the right message to the folks that thought, oh, we're only getting a new station for the east side. So I appreciate everybody's help. I know the board does.
Sure.
Okay, Levy. Charlie and I was going to say we met with the bank down here at Farmers last week, or Tuesday. And what we're looking at there, Farmers is you know, they're interested in buying our loan. We had some miscommunication there on more a Farmers part, I can say, when we initially did the building loan and all that. When they came in, I don't remember, I think it was Mr. Perrin came in from Farmers. He wanted to give us a rate of like 7.5% for a loan for our building. I told him, and I think Hugh and the other board members at the time said, hey, we're going to shop our loan, go out and see what we can get. So we did that. We ended up with a 4.95% loan for 20 years. It's a 25-year loan. Then the 5 years after, it'll be a variable loan. So Charlie had talked with the guys at the bank, and I had too, so we met with them Tuesday. They're looking at going a 4.5% loan for a 30-year term. And then I've been working the numbers on, okay, what we going to do if we still made the same payment we made today. It's roughly, and it's pretty accurate, as about $150,000 savings in the terminal loan if we went with the 4.5% rate and the 30-year loan, as long as we made the payment we make today on the loan in Missoula. So it's something to think about. And then I'll be talking with you guys, and we can decide at the next board meeting.
I have one question for you, Keith.
Go ahead.
I know that in some commercial loans and stuff, there are early payment penalties.
Right.
Does our current loan?
No. So if we, get some fire money or have good fire scenes, then we can put whatever we want on it, no penalties.
I was just thinking for to farmers to buy out the loan.
Yeah. It's a pretty, we'll look at it, and I'll talk with the rest of the board too. And, it's actually a good deal in that we have 23 years left on our loan today. It's just the 0.5% or the difference from the 4.95 to the 5%. And then as long as we pay our full payment that we pay today on the building, it'd be $150,000. I want to say it was 45, almost 50 less payments in the life of the loan. So, $150,000 is a lot of money. So, but just think about that. Have any questions, call me. I'll get with Charlie and we'll do some talking, and any questions on the call, and then see what we want to do next month.
Do you have any information on the intercap loan for trucks?
Yeah, the intercap loan I do. We have been accepted for that on the intercap. It's the 1.95% for this year. It's going to change in February. Now since we've been accepted now, we have a year to use that intercap loan if we want. And in the same conversation with Charlie and them at the bank, we're trying to see what the local bank can do compared to the intercap. The intercap's a variable every year. In trying to decide if we want to go with a fixed rate over a term, 20 years or 10 years to see what would best fit us, so we know where we're at. The variable's real sketchy. Talking with Louise at the state there, I worked with her quite a bit. I know Deborah has on the intercap. That we don't know where that can go with the economy and the way that things are today. 1.9, if they leave it there, we'd do it in a heartbeat. So I'll keep doing that, but like I say, it's open for a year. I have to get the papers to the county attorneys if we decide to go with the intercap, and then let them look at it if we chose the intercap loan. My opinion, I think it would be best to go with a fixed loan and see what we can do with the local banks. And then the money we do make from fires, where you put those, good shots on the principal. So, but I'll have more. We have that intercap loan. Like I say, it's open from now until next year at this time. And it'd be nice to see where it goes in February, because I think talking with the bank the other day, I think it was about a 4.7 or a 4.9% on a loan for a truck if we went that way. But then to back up, if we want to look at another mill levy, running a mill levy, say in May, if we would decide to as a board in a fire district, then we'd want to wait on that and see what happens in May. Because one of our top 3 things was, purchasing new apparatus, rolling our fleet out. So any other questions on that? Okay. That's all I have then. Anyone have any other business tonight? What's in that? No, Clinton Bob Fire Hall use calendar. Sorry about that.
We had a mix-up on the use of the fire hall last Saturday, of which I've been given this letter to try and help resolve that. My understanding was that we were going to do the Saturday breakfast until the mill levy went through or didn't go through till that date came. And then, as far as I understood, we weren't going to be doing that anymore as part of a situational awareness and trying to educate the community on what our goals were. Over here on the board, we've got a whiteboard with a calendar that at any point in time, and Bob and I think we've been very good about saying the firefighters just have to let us know when they want it, period. This is a fire department first and foremost. Not on the calendar, the desk calendar, or on the board was it wrote down. It wasn't wrote down here. In the past, most of the time, something's been wrote down there. I did walk out and look right there, and nothing was wrote down over there. So I scheduled something for that Saturday. I now know that reoccurring on the second Saturday of the month, there will be something until further notice.
Good.
So.
Deal. Charlie, you guys good? Everything's good there?
Yeah, actually, I had a lot of people ask me why we didn't do our pancakes in October and if we were going to do it again. I said, yeah, they're coming up this coming Saturday. I don't know if anybody showed up or not.
Yes.
Okay. Was it a good deal? Good.
Not this past Saturday, but it was Saturday.
Yeah. And I know we put a hold on that with the mill levy stuff, and I appreciate you guys doing that with the things we were trying to do with our mill levy
Well,
forms.
the October one, the homecoming and the school.
Right, the school, yeah.
Pancake breakfast, so.
Go ahead, you.
I guess I'm a little confused. I thought when you guys originally set that up, we'd requested that Saturdays be pretty much open to firefighters because we did so much stuff down there. And if somebody wanted to use it, then somebody would get a hold of the firefighters.
Choose the firefighters.
Can you do this? And no harm or argument intended. It's just I thought that's how we set that up. But
we'll just communicate it better on our part as, with these guys. Go ahead. And Gordon, go ahead.
I got a couple of phone calls over the weekend about people coming in using the fire department. over the weekend there was the lady that's Mrs. Cotton that came into the scrap. I got a phone call from one of our firefighters that was more upset than I've ever heard him ever. And his question was, what if we had a fire and we needed to use it? So I guess my question is in the agreement, does it say in there that upon hell breaking loose,
Yes.
the fire department will assume the bill? If that language is in there?
Yep.
That's great.
Fire department has always had number one priority
Right.
here.
And
I owe Sharon, we owe her both an apology. I did not see it. Mr. Clint called me. I said, you know, there's nothing on there. When we have burn season going, we'll lock it out if you and I talked to Charlie, and we had a double, and I make sure I correspond with somebody so I know if something's coming up. You guys got anything going? You lock it out for the whole month, that's fine. You guys have got priority on
we
the
just need to
station.
be really careful and, you know, say this.
Gordon, everyone,
This is taxpayer dollars that, you know, and so, I mean, taxpayers have the right to it. But just so long is the language is there that
Sure.
if we need to take it over, sorry, but you're gonna have to.
and they're all informed in that, the
Okay,
4-H,
that's fine.
you know, everybody that's been involved. I know the senior citizens, the same thing. We talked to them about that, and that was the,
Every group that has used this facility has been told that I've ever offered it to. I've said, if there's an event, the fire department, you will have to leave.
So the question I had, I mean, Saturday was unfortunate, and I take responsibility. It wasn't on the calendar, and unfortunately, we had discussed these all in association meetings. We knew it was the second Saturday of every month. So that's why I submitted the note that the second Saturday, in case I fail to have a pancake breakfast because I'm sick or something, and when Sumi and Jason come down, they can have their dinner again at the station like they usually do. It's open the second Saturday.
Can I help you with that real quick? If I have somebody correspond and say, you got your deal and you're gonna be in charge, and we're gonna put your name on there, who to get a hold of for these breakfasts, and I'll have you put it on there, and we'll put it in there. If something comes up, Charlie has something, or somebody else, they correspond with me, then I'll get a hold of you as quick as possible and say, could we do something different or something, I'll work it out with you. I've done that with, all the other, or everybody that's used this, I've talked to them. Charlie's worked with me and went out to the bays. You guys had Cub Scouts in here a couple of weeks ago. Those guys are just happy to move over here. So I've done everything possible to keep it working for everyone.
The bigger concern that got some of our feathers ruffled and actually can bring up some legal implications is the person that was here that Saturday, our clear understanding was that was business related. And I guess speaking on behalf of the association and the firefighters that have talked to me, it really concerns us, the people that are using this, like the Boy Scouts, American Legion, things like that. I would have bent over backwards. The person on that Saturday appeared to be doing business, and what the education was she was offering was in an attempt to make sales. Like Mary Kay, like and a bunch of us really came unglued. I didn't talk to her for long. It might have been a misunderstanding, but it was pretty clear. What we do, we really try to do it for the community. They donate money to the pancake breakfast, that's fine. What Heidi was doing that day had to do with car seats. She had 8 children in safe car seats that either didn't have any, were broken, or had been outdated or recalled. So our thing was, we're very sorry. She offered to reschedule, and we're like, I won't support Mary Kay in here. I won't support Tupperware. I won't support anything where there are sales taking place outside the fire department. And it actually came up in a conversation where somebody cautioned me that could be considered doing business on a site, and you may have to acknowledge that there's business being done on money.
thanks.
And I don't know that. I
Okay.
mean, it just came up, and that's my concern.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on from that, and Charlie, we'll talk and make sure we're on the page. I'll have you talk with Bob and Clinton.
Okay.
Because I know originally when we rolled that out, there was no business any business done in that on the, and I'm not sure what's up, I can't say, because I don't have.
Well, and the people that are requesting, they might, it's whatever disclosure they give too. So I'm not faulting whoever gave her permission. They might not have understood. Because she approached us and kept telling Heidi she was doing education. Well, yeah, I can educate you how to put your makeup on too, but I'm expecting you to put lipstick in the end.
No.
So that was the concern that particularly for that.
We'll work on it and we'll make sure it's right. But I know as a board, from when we originally had the building built and done, that we weren't gonna run no businesses were gonna be run out of here. So we'll check on it and take care of it. Thanks.
Just real quick, the group that was in there on Saturday, they worked really well with us coming in and out. We were working on the trucks out there. Had absolutely no problem with them.
I want to thank Pat. I talked to Pat for a minute about the group that was using it, and these guys been over backwards. We can go upstairs. We went. They're an excellent bunch.
For our Saturday nights when we're down here.
And I think both you guys were working there.
Hopefully all our groups are good like that, and you guys are courteous to them too, and I know you are, so. Okay, we'll move on to any other business? No other business? Okay, we'll close the meeting at,
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Go ahead, Karen.
Sorry, so as you all were aware from a couple meetings ago, we had put in a purchase request for 6 Microsoft product licenses. At this point in time, they won't fill the order until I submit them a letter of determination that the department is a 501c3.
Right.
After some conversation at the last association meeting, it was brought to my attention, although I had assumed it, and then because you all had asked the association to use their 501c3, I didn't think the department had one, but it came to my attention the department is also a 501c3.
Is that a tax ID? Okay.
So I don't know if you guys can come up with a letter. Unfortunately, we're having trouble coming up with a letter. So to get the order finished, if I can get a copy, it just needs to be faxed, and I have.
So will you work with Deb on that, and Deb, it'll be that tax ID number?
And it's more than a tax ID. It's an official letter from the federal government, IRS, because we have lots of paperwork.
Okay.
We don't have that official letter. When I called the IRS, they were very gracious to carefully, as my conversation was recorded, walk me through exactly what it is I was looking for.
Okay.
I haven't seen that letter yet, Carrie, but let me look through that.
It's probably about a little while.
I'll talk to you after
Whatever
this.
that job was first set up.
I will see if I can find it. If I can't, I can always go up to the IRS and see if they can give me one.
And that's what she told me on the phone. If you've ever gotten one, or if you just call them, they can tell you if you have one.
Right.
If you've gotten one and they don't have a record of it, they can submit theirs and they'll update it.
Okay. Thanks, Carrie.
Can I get with you probably next week? I'll see if I can get one this week or something this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll close the meeting at 7:40 then. Thank you guys for coming.